Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher with a quick clip of the episode of the Jamboree, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. First fight, basically I'm gonna entitle this video The Night of the Rematches, where I talk about certain fights that took place in the past, relative, present, future, that I want to possibly see, people rematch and redeem, certain controversial victories or draws or whatever, however the fight turned out. The first fight I want to bring up is J-Rock versus Jarrett Hurd. Now, we remember that Julian J-Rock Williams beat Jarrett Hurd in a unanimous decision win to collect, the unified titles at 154 pounds. Now, if we remember that, he beat Jarrett Hurd near his hometown. And then the boxing gods, of course, strike back. And they take the titles away from Julian J. Rock Williams. He got beat by Jason Rosario. So I would like to see Jarrett Hurd and J. Rock get it back on. I call this redemption. I think if this fight was to be titled, it would be for redemption. I don't want to see J. Rock right away go back and fight Jason Rosario right away. I think that kid is a monster, and I knew about him from the start. I think that Jarrett Hurd is a nice warm-up to see if you could test, a big 54-pounder. You did it once. Can you do it again? Anything is possible once, but twice. So, I really think that would be a good redemption match for both of them. Being that Jarrett Hurd said that he does not want to move up to 160 till he avenges that match that he had against Julian J. Rock Williams. So I think that that's a perfect match to bring back the new year and for both of them to try to redeem themselves and move forward. Back with the night of the rematches. Now, another rematch that I would really like to see, it took place, a little while ago. I would like to see Andy Ruiz and Joseph Parker get it back on again. I think the first fight was very compelling. I think when I went back and watched it, I viewed it as a draw, personally, but I would definitely like to see them shoot the fade again. I think Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz is definitely worth the buy. I think that you're insane or out your mind if you don't think. I think if you think otherwise, you're crazy. That was a good big man boxing match. It wasn't just about slugging or big men knocking each other on the floor. It was really a technical boxing matchup, which a lot of people thought Andy Ruiz did enough to pull off the victory, but it didn't go that way. It definitely, they gave it to Joseph Parker. I slightly gave it to Joseph Parker, but I maybe had it like a point. I had a lot of rounds even, so I could have even seen it being a draw. I personally wouldn't have been mad with like a draw. I think that would have been more than fair enough, to call that fight a draw. So that's definitely a fight that I think that I would definitely like to see them rematch and do, in the future. And these are rematches that I'm bringing back that doesn't necessarily got to be for a title. Just to be like a fight to where you could redeem yourself and possibly put yourself back in title contingency. Because everybody deserves a second chance. Andrew Ruiz, he flopped against Anthony Joshua, and we all were very, very disappointed in him. So me personally, I'm definitely all for Andy Ruiz trying to redeem himself, getting a rematch with Joseph Parker. If Joseph Parker makes it through Derek Chisora, I believe that they're trying to make that fight happen. So that's definitely a fight I want to see rematched. Joseph Parker versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, we got another match that we would like to see rematched in Night of the Rematches on the Jab Jamboree. A lot of people been telling me on social media that they want to see your man Old Man G give Sergey Devryanchenko that rematch back. They said that was fucked up what y'all did to him. You know what I'm saying? And you know he got Brooklyn on his side. You know what I'm saying? Because he trained over there in Brooklyn. That was messed up how y'all did him. I don't think that was right. It was a compelling matchup. I think that Sergey Devryanchenko definitely did enough to win. It was crazy to me is like once Triple G opened up the cut, it seemed like Devryanchenko grew a tail and fangs. And he really came forward, started throwing a combination of punches, and in my opinion, had Triple G out of breath, and Triple G couldn't handle the pressure of Sergey Devryanchenko. So, but at the end of the day, they gave it to Triple G, and Triple G is the IBF champion now. But I don't think that he rightfully deserves the praises and the accolades that he gets, because it seems like every time Triple G fights somebody of some type of higher echelon, a fighter, he always seems to have troubles and things like that. So I'm definitely an advocate for Sergey Devryanchenko to get his fade back with Triple G, because I feel like Triple G, you know, the accolades and him getting the IBF belt back, it's not warranted. He doesn't deserve it. You know, so I feel like that was very messed up. That was very shady by DAZN and Eddie Hearn, whoever the judges was that night. You know, I think that was very messed up. Give that man a rematch. Sergey Devryanchenko, 2020, for the Triple G rematch. I definitely am an advocate for that rematch. Okay, my other part, still not done. Night of the rematches, we still here on the Jab Jamboree. They wanted it. So another match that I thought that deserved a rematch is Josh Taylor versus Regis PROGRAIS. Even though I did feel Josh Taylor won and I was wrong about this fight, I really wanted Regis PROGRAIS to win this, because I had been talking about this fight for years, since they both entered in the World Series of Boxing for the Ali Trophy. But something about this fight, it just doesn't sit right with Lumberjack Act. It just don't, it just doesn't sit right with your boy. I just feel like I won't, you know, I'm not going to hold it against you to go on and try to get Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor. But, you know, if you're a real man and you want to let your nuts drag, I think you should give Regis that rematch. Now, Regis was a good dude. He did not protest against the victory. He was a real man about it. He let it be what it was going to be. But in my honest and expert opinion, I just kind of feel like it could have been a draw, even though I gave it to Josh Taylor slightly. But look how painted Josh Taylor's face was. I mean, the shit looked like an eggplant on his head. On his eye. Like it was ridiculous. It was crazy. So I'm definitely all for Regis PROGRAIS versus Josh Taylor too, if they want to do the rematch. If Josh Taylor has enough testicular fortitude. You ain't even got to do it right away. You could win undisputed if you can beat Jose Ramirez, because I don't know that. You can't sell me on that. But I feel as though even if you win that, before you even think about Crawford, just give Regis that fade back. Just do it for little Cuatro Cinco or Lumberjack Act. And that's another rematch on Night of the Rematches that I personally want to see. Welcome back. Now, for my last and final Night of the Rematch pick on fights that I would like to see rematch. I personally, people are going to be surprised by this one because it's not one of those big fights. It was kind of a prospect on prospect fight, but I just want to see it again because this is another fight. You know what I mean? It just was like, it reminded me of a chick that you really liked, and y'all always flirted and talked, and you was right on the verge of really, linking up with her. Y'all was really vibing, and you got her number and stuff, and then she ends up having to move, on some high school shit because one of her parents got a new job, so they got to take it to another state, so you never really got something like that. That's how this fight feels. Darwin Price versus Malik Hawkins. I feel like this fight, it just feels really unfinished to me. I need clarity for this fight, people. Don't be mad at me, y'all. I really need clarity for this fight. It just seemed as though, it wasn't finished. It really wasn't finished. Darwin Price was cooking. I can't cap. Darwin Price was cooking. He was boxing. He was moving. But at the same time, I started to see the strength of Malik Hawkins. I did start to see the strength. I don't know what would have happened. It was an 8-rounder, I believe, or a 10-rounder. So I don't really know what could have happened. Darwin Price got injured. Shout out to the homie. My brother Mac is in contact with him. Stay ready. He told us that he had the surgery and he should be back soon. Heal up, brother. You did your thing. You got nothing to have your head down for. You deserve that rematch somewhere down the line. They don't got to do, that's another fight they don't have to do right away, but I would like to see it. Because I feel like I don't know what could have happened in that fight, and I feel like Malik Hawkins, he shouldn't really be celebrating. He shouldn't truly be happy about that victory. That victory, I understand, you got to take it in stride and move. The show must go on. But I feel like somewhere down the line, if you end up winning the strap, I think you should give Darwin Price that fade again. I just think that would be you being a real man and showing that you got testicular fortitude, in my judgment. So I think you should definitely give him that fade. And on Night of the Rematches, on the Jab Jamboree, we completed our 5-part series on the rematches we want to see. Let me know in the comment section. And let me know who you guys would like to see. Also, let me know if you would like me to do a live stream about this, talking with the usual suspects. But with that being said, it's your boy Act Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and the full Berserker clan. I'm out.